Perfect. So good evening, everybody, and welcome to our Thursday night call where we're going to be telling you all about our amazing products and our work from home business opportunity. And we're going to get started right away with our lovely Howard, who will be telling you all about our amazing products.
Yeah, good evening, guys. Welcome to everybody, especially those who are joining us for the first time. It's my great honor to take you through this product range that really is the cornerstone of the Juice Plus opportunity. Frankly, if you can't really relate or believe in the products, frankly, the business is meaningless. So it really is pivotal. And looking at the first slide here, well, that's welcome. We've already said that. So if we can just flick forward. We'll get right into this. Now, the core products really are where the company actually started. If you look dead center, you can see three different colored pots. You've got red, green, and purple. Now, those are the Juice Plus capsules, which contain the rudiments of 30, I repeat, 30 fruits, vegetables, and berries. Originally, the company, way back in 1993, just started with fruit and vegetables, but they've augmented their range quite a bit since. Berries have been added. And what's key about this is that because they are all natural, the body recognizes them and the body absorbs them in such a magnificent quantity. 98% of the contents of the capsules goes directly into your bloodstream. But we got more here. If you go up left from those three central pots, you can see three matching pouches, which are the fruit, vegetable, and berry gummies, and those are designed for young children up to the age typically of about 8 or 9, but I'm here to tell you that children a good deal larger and adults too are rather keen on these. They are absolutely delicious and are impregnated with the powder that goes into the capsules. So they are healthy sweets, and the idea being is that it gives children a healthy start in life. We go across to the top right, you see our complete range. Now, these were produced in consultation with Elite Sport, and we'll talk about those in more detail. Lots of versatility with that product. We've got our omegas in the bottom right and our energy drink on the far left. So let's carry on straight into the next slide. We have a problem, and that problem is really quite obvious here. We simply do not eat fruits and vegetables in sufficient quantity. The answer is a big alarming no. In adults, you can see very close to 90% do not eat enough vegetables, and very close to 60% don't eat enough fruit. But perhaps more alarming than that are the kids' statistics. Let's face it, nearly 100% of kids between 6 and 12 do not eat enough vegetables. A tiny percentage manage it, and over 70% don't eat enough fruit. So that is an alarming shortfall. And to be able to do, we've all heard of 5 a day. We realistically know that that is nowhere near enough. Depending on which study that you actually listen to, it could be anywhere between 10 and 17 different fruits and vegetables that you're supposed to eat consistently, not just occasionally, every single day. So how do we cover that shortfall? And this is where Juice Plus scores so well. Going to the next slide. 30 types of fruits, vegetables, and berries. That's what I mentioned. And you could see each of the different blends, the fruit, vegetable, and berries, broken down into their constituent parts. And there'll be probably quite a few things there that you recognize. Also, 1 or 2 things that you don't. For instance, if you look under the fruit blend, you see acerola cherry. So what is an acerola cherry? I have to be honest, I've never come across one before, and I'm not knowingly eaten one, except within the Juice Plus berry or fruit blend. Why have they chosen that? They have chosen that simply because it has the highest proportion of nutrients, the most nutrient dense cherry that they could actually find. And that is replicated in various other. Concord grape, another one, a very good example actually, under the berry blend, packed full of powerful antioxidants and polyphenols, which are vital for human health. But all of those things, perhaps most importantly, you will recognize things that, oh, well, I have this regularly because I like it. Yeah, you probably do, and that's great. But here you're getting not only the things that you like, more importantly, you're getting the things that you and your body and your body's organs actually need to function and operate effectively. So 30 a day, I think we're probably well and truly covered there. Until some such time as a study says you need 31, I think we're doing all right. So let's move straight on. And one thing that Juice Plus has done over a long period of time now is establish relationships with growers. And here we have Bill from Wisconsin, who is a cranberry grower of considerable repute. As you can see, he's got a lake behind him. They typically focus on dealing with family growers who produce or focus on producing a better quality end product. The emphasis very much is on quality, to produce food or fruit and vegetables that has the maximum amount of micronutrients and phytochemicals that we can actually absorb every single day. Okay, so moving on to the next slide. I mentioned about children, and I mentioned about the fact that we have the gummy version, but that's really only part of the situation with regard to what Juice Plus can provide. The Healthy Starts for Families program is an amazing initiative that was started over 15 years ago, whereby children can basically receive the product near as damn it for free. All you have to pay for is the shipping. And what does that mean? It means that children, that horrendous shortfall that we saw earlier, is now covered. And the idea behind it is that not only to give children a healthy start in life, but that they will take that through those good habits through into adolescence and also into adulthood, and then all being well passed on to the next generation, so that we have more and more people actually getting the requisite amount of nutrition into, and therefore the health benefits thereafter. And over 1.5 million families around the world have actually benefited this way. And certainly when I came across Juice Plus, it was something that I thought was a wonderful initiative to be a part of. And if we move on. So there we had a look at those pouches earlier. As I say, kids both big and small enjoy the Juice Plus gummies, and especially at some of our events, they actually give them away. And my goodness me, a handful can disappear very, very quickly. They are extremely good, and most importantly, they're fantastic for children. One of the things with the Healthy Starts for programs, for families program, is that every 4 months you're invited to complete a questionnaire. And this has actually been the backbone for what has been the largest single study of children's health ever undertaken. And the statistics there are really quite revealing, that after a year of participation in this program, in other words, taking the Juice Plus products, 71% of children and teenagers are consuming less fast food and soft drinks. 89% are more aware of their own health, in other words, what's good and what's bad. 71% are drinking more water, so they're hydrated, and consuming less in the way of fizzy drinks and highly caffeinated and sugared drinks. And 61%, they're eating more fruits and vegetables. And why is that? Because what the body is actually consuming, the body wants more of. Put good stuff in, it wants more of it. It works sadly the other way too. So we're helping children eating more of the good stuff, and therefore they're eating more fruits and vegetables. In other words, the health benefits are actually amplified by that. So moving to the next slide. I mentioned about studies earlier on, and this slide is actually slightly out of date, saying that there are over 30 studies worldwide. There are actually over 40 now, 41 published peer-reviewed scientific and clinical reviews confirming that Juice Plus supports these absolute pillars of human health, the immune system. Do we need to say anything more about that in the current in the world we live in at the moment? It supports, promotes, and maintains a healthy immune system, but is also important to protect our DNA. It's amazing for skin health. The micro circulation of blood vessels within the skin is enhanced with Juice Plus. Dental health protects cells from cellular damage caused by oxidative stress and free radical damage, and is also good for cardiovascular wellness as well. So all these key elements are supported by Juice Plus. More recently, around about 4 years ago, the company introduced an omega product. Now, we've all heard of omega oils, omega fatty acids, and perhaps we know why they're important. They're very key for our for brain health, heart health, cardiovascular wellness, once again, skin and joints, and also our eyes. And we also know that much of our omegas we cannot produce ourselves. We need to obtain it through our diet. So traditionally, a lot of omega-3 and some omega-6 one finds with oily fish, so things like salmon, mackerel, herring, that kind of thing, and also krill oil. Now, there's a problem here with fish. First of all, from an aesthetic point of view, fishy burps, I don't know anybody, I haven't met anybody who's particularly keen on that. But far more serious is that are the potential contamination that fish actually in our oceans in particular go through. There's the very risk of heavy metal poisoning, particularly mercury, and dioxins. These are not nice things at all. Environmental pollutants, check those out. And finally, everybody knows about plastic, I think now, that it's going into our oceans in an alarming quantity. It breaks down into microplastics. The small protozoa, they actually consume that. That moves up the food chain into the fish. And guess what? We catch the fish and we ingest the plastic in turn. So all these potential contaminants are within fish. So what do Juice Plus do? They sidestep, they bypass the fish, and they go directly to the source of the algae that the fish consume. They're able to grow that outside of the oceanic environment, cold press it, and produce omega-3 and 6 in a really pure form, and is augmented by those other plants that you see there. So you get not only omega-3 and 6, but you get 5, 7, and 9 as well. So you get 5 different omega oils in one capsule. So a heck of a lot of bang for your buck as far as that is concerned. A wonderful product that is really proved a winner since it was launched, like I say, around 4 years ago. Moving on. I talked about the Complete a little bit earlier. Now, as I say, this was producing in consultation with elite athletes. When I came across Juice Plus, I was doing a lot of cycling, and I needed something that was going to, in addition to the capsules that I know would underpin the training I was going to do, this was really good for performance. But what I didn't realize was the versatility of the product. I was using it particularly for post-exercise, so a bike ride, a spin class, that kind of thing. It was superb for actual post-exercise recovery. It operates at a cellular level, and because it is plant-based and not dairy-based, you're not going to get the sort of dairy spin-off downside that one can get, inflammation of the gut and mucus production being two rather unpleasant side effects. With Juice Plus Complete, you don't get that. It's very versatile in so much you can mix it with any number of different things like water, milk if you must, but also the non-dairy alternatives. And also it makes fantastic smoothies. That's something I do particularly at the weekends. The limit is your imagination. You can put all sorts of fruit and vegetables to augment that. Having said that, there are 17 fruits and vegetables within Complete. So you're getting more of the powders that you've had in the capsules. That's here as well. Plus other, you've got the vanilla or chocolate flavoring. In addition, we have healthy snacks on the go in the form of our Complete bars. Great because the energy is released very gradually and very slowly to ensure that you don't have a peak of energy and then you come crashing down, and typically one snacks unhealthily. And in the center there, you've got our Complete soup, which is especially popular in the wintertime. And it actually has the highest percentage of plant protein of all the products on display there. Excuse me. Lastly, we have, on our most recent addition to the product range, is our Uplift. Now, this was decided to basically offer something that really is an effective alternative against the very highly caffeinated, sugared, and marketed energy drinks that is a massive business. And we all know the brands that are out there. And we also know that those ingredients, whilst they do give you an energy boost, it comes with potential side effects which are entirely unwanted. It can play havoc with your pancreas and with insulin production and all manner of other things that really we do not want. So how do we create the similar effect, that energy high, without those unpleasant side effects? So again, Juice Plus very cleverly goes natural. They look at mango, guava, and lemon peel to provide essential B vitamins, which are known to help with cognitive acuity. In other words, make you more alert. Caffeine can be added, but we have natural caffeine from the yerba mate plant. So none of this synthesized caffeine that really can make you wired, but there are problems with that. And a really nice uplifting flavor from cherry and beetroot. So a wonderful natural way to, I know Sara is a particular fan of this product, so she's probably going to tell you about that in a second. So, but this is something I do like to use, and is a really, really good way to actually start the day in an energetic way. But if you get that sort of mid-afternoon lull or whatever, again, something that you can quickly mix up. Sometimes you can blend it with other things as well. I know somebody who particularly enjoys blending it with strawberries. Fantastic. So a really good way of all natural energy to actually sort of maintain those energy levels. So by way of summary, we have maintenance, that health safety net, safety belt, call it whatever you like, that gives you the requisite amount of those key phytonutrients that are so important to support your health in the form of our capsules, and more recently, the omega capsules as well. So a wonderful way of supporting you and your family. Control and versatility, and nutrition, if I get my teeth in, a nutritionally balanced meal in the form of the complete, very versatile, as I say. And finally, our energy product, our Uplift, to give you natural energy for body and mind. A wonderful range that supports all areas of our health. And if you haven't tried them, do try them, because these are things that are so easy to consume and thereby recommend as well. Thank you very much for listening, for your kind attention, and I'll hand you back to Sara.
Amazing. Thank you very much, Howard. I am a huge fan of our products, like the crazy Juice Plus lady. And just on cue, I suppose I better mention about the Uplifts, as Howard said, just because they are a particular favourite of mine. I mean, I love all of the products. The capsules and the Uplifts are probably my favourite, but then so are the shakes and so is everything else. I wouldn't be able to decide. But the Uplifts at the moment, for me, they're great for a pre-workout. They're natural, obviously, and literally a few minutes after having your Uplift, you are full of energy. I've got two very energetic children, and I can have my Uplift, and then 5 minutes after, I can literally clean the house top to bottom, sort my washing basket out, very boring old lady stuff, and go and have a workout as well. So if you're not on the Uplift, particularly, especially if you're a mum or a parent, you need them. And at the moment, until Saturday, I think it is, you've got 3 days left, they're 10% off. I've literally just ordered 3 boxes myself, 3 lots. That's how much I love them. No, Howard, you were amazing. So without me rambling on too much, we are now going to hear from some people who are already on the products and see what they are thinking of them so far. And we're going to get started with Carl.
Hi. So I found the Juice Plus products actually only last year, so at the start of the first lockdown. And to be honest, they came along at the right time. I was kind of in a place in my life where I actually didn't realize how unhealthy I was, but I wasn't getting any form of, I was one of the, I think it was 84% of adults, they were just saying in the presentation. I definitely was not getting enough fruits, veg, salad, absolutely nothing. I'd take lettuce and tomato off my burgers. Like, that's how little good stuff I was getting in my body. But at the time, I didn't realize what it was actually doing to me, because for many years, I'd never experienced anything actually different. So from being, as young as 15 and smoking every day and drinking and not really having the greatest life, I was waking up feeling really energyless. I'd wake up with a very groggy head every single morning. I wouldn't be in a good mood, waking up on the wrong side of the bed every day. My skin had 0 color in it, and I just did not realize what I was actually doing to myself and what I was doing to people around me. Anyway, to cut a long story short, I did my research into the products, was like, right, okay, I'll give them a try. I was introduced by a friend of mine, and I said, right, well, I might as well try them, because I'm never going to know if I like them or not unless I do. So I gave them a shot, and after a couple of weeks, I was already waking up feeling a lot better. So I went with the premium capsules first. So the berries, the fruits, and the veggies. I also got it free for my niece, because she was struggling at the time as well. She was doing so much, like swimming and gymnastics and all these different sports. And her mum said, my sister said, like, she feels she's not getting enough nutrition. She was starting to get circles, 7 years old, circles under her light. Well, not circles, we know it goes like darker where the nutrition is kind of lost. And so she got the free ones, and within a few weeks we both started to feel better. I was waking up with more energy, a greater mindset every single morning, and just generally in a good place. So I then tried out the shakes. I've tried the Uplift, I've tried omegas. I've got all the products. They're all fantastic. Shakes for breakfast, omegas to help with different skin ailments. My wife has seborrheic dermatitis. She's not had a skin flare up since using the omegas, which is now over 12 months, and she used to get them every couple of weeks or so, like that. So yeah, essentially Juice Plus changed our life, and it was just from the amount of nutrients and the amount of phytonutrients and all the good stuff that we were getting from the fruits and veg every day that made all the difference. So thank you to Sara for introducing me to the products, and thanks for listening. I'd recommend the products to anyone who comes across them.
Amazing. Thank you very much, Carl. And always say that I just love that you started the products for yourself, but then very quickly the whole family got involved and got on them, which is what we tend to find a lot of the times. Thank you very much for sharing that with us. And we are now going to hear from Maria. If you're on, Maria, please just unmute yourself at the bottom.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm very fine. But when James asked me today if I can tell my story, I have forgot my story. It's so strange.
Relax.
It's so strange. No, but it's true. But I'm going to try.
Yeah.
I start with the products for about 2 years ago, maybe. Patrick? No, 1 year, 2 years. I don't know, 1 or 2 years ago. No, 1 year ago. No, I don't remember. Oh my God. Okay. And I have heard about Juice Plus a very long time because Patrick had asked me to start work with him, but I was so tired and I just no. But one day when he asked me again, I was very tired of my old job. So I said, okay, yes, fine, I try. But I want to try the product first because if it's not working, I don't want to work with this product. So I take the berry capsules because I have this sugar. Can somebody help me? Sugar, you want to eat sugar all the time. I have problem with this. So I start to eat the berry capsules and the booster. So I take the booster 3 times a day and the berry capsules. And I go to the, what do you call it? Can somebody tell me what do you call the skafferi on English?
Like refrigerator.
Refrigerator, okay. And it was so disgusting. It took me 3 days and I cannot eat sugar anymore. And I think I was sick. I hurt in the, hair in the, and everything, but it was not so. So I go to my mom's house. Yes, I go to my mom's house and she has do this cheesecake, strawberry cheesecake, and it was so disgusting. I'm just like, Mom, I cannot eat this. It's so disgusting. What have you done? She just, are you sick? I'm just, no. I have all the thing I have done is to take these berry capsules in 3 days, and the booster in 3 days, and I cannot eat sugar anymore. I don't know if anybody have a.
No, that's really amazing. I think so many people.
That's really amazing. And now I eat the shake.
Yeah.
Only the shake.
Yeah.
And the berry capsules.
Yeah, a lot of people.
And I don't eat any sugar. Sometimes I can eat a little bit sugar, but not so sweet.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yes.
Just from the berry capsules and in such a short space of time as well.
Yes, 3 days.
Yeah, so you're loving the products then?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. But I am a little bit down now, so I don't have any feelings. I don't think it's so fun now, but I'm not quitting.
No, we never, ever,
No.
ever quit. That's the thing with this business. And with
I just want to have feeling for it.
yeah, I think, do you know what, when you've got
So
such
maybe I have, maybe Sweden is not my tribe. Maybe I must fit in another country.
yeah, maybe. That's
Maybe.
beautiful.
I don't know.
You can sit at home and build a global business online, can't you?
Yes.
Maria, thank you so much for sharing your story with us tonight. It's absolutely amazing and such good results in such a short space of time. Thank you very much. Thank you. And up next, we are going to hear from Christina.
Hi, everyone. So my name is Christina, and I started my weight loss journey 2 years ago. So 2 years ago, I was looking for opportunity to work with some company, and when this opportunity come across, I just jumped on a plan and to become a Juice Plus partner as well. So after my divorce, I found myself again in a happy relationship, and of course, I gained weight, as probably everyone. So I gained about 2 stones, and I found every excuse like I'm still okay, I'm looking good, I'm better than the younger girls, you know. But once I ordered a dress for my daughter's birthday, and when the day came, I couldn't put on because it was too tight, too small, and it was that for me is like, that's it, enough is enough. I have to do something. So then I joined the company. I ordered the product. So I ordered shakes at first, and then after 2 weeks, I joined the boosters. So my goal was to lose 2 stones, and I done it in 4 months, which I'm very, very happy. It was the easiest plan I ever tried. I tried so many diets before, but a few things I didn't like is to eat foods I don't like, to eat, to count calories, and to bake food. It's like 100 gram or 200 gram. I just like freedom. Yeah, I like freedom, and that plan was perfect for me. So my mom was the biggest skeptic, and she said, "Oh, don't you start to do something like that?" And the first week, when she started noticing changes in me, she jumped on a plan as well. And before that, I was all the time tired. I wake up in the morning, I should be rest, but I'm tired. I'm so tired. But when I started this plan on the shakes, I felt I had more energy. I didn't have this bloating on my waist, on the trousers. I could feel it's a little bit loose, so I knew I'm on the right path. So first 2 weeks, and I lost first 2 kilos, and then I got the motivation to, and I said, I give it time as long as I need until I reach my goal. So 2 years forward, I'm maintaining my weight, and now I'm jumping on this transformation challenge to tone up my body. So thanks for having me. I hope it was okay.
You were amazing, Christine. I can't thank you enough, because I know you was a little bit nervous when I first asked, so we really appreciate it. You were absolutely amazing, and your progress picture is incredible. And I love that you touch upon the fact, you started for weight loss, but one of the things that you really noticed was the energy boosting, because a lot of people experience that, including myself. Thank you very much. You were amazing. So guys, we are now going to move on to the business side of things, which is really, really exciting. Obviously, I always say to everybody, if you're loving the products, it makes absolutely perfect sense to start your own business. It's going to make your products cheaper, and you're going to obviously be helping loads of people along the way. So we've got our lovely Carl to tell you a bit more about our business.
Hi again, everyone. And yeah, I found the Juice Plus franchise at the same time as I found the products, because let's face it, last year was financially difficult for quite a lot of people the world over. And it just so happened that Juice Plus came into my life at the right time, when I just lost the brunt of my income due to COVID. So I was very much face to face. I was hospitality. I did a little bit of exhibitions on the side, and essentially most of my income was completely wiped out, and I needed something to grow on the side. And And that's when Juice Plus was introduced to me. So if you've ever thought about running your own little business, if you've ever thought that you were meant for something more, or you just need something that's a plan B, should I say, that's going to help top up your income, then this could be the business for you. It's absolutely fantastic business. They're a global company, been around for 50 years, and they support us in absolutely everything that we do. So there's actually 4 ways to earn money in the Juice Plus company. And the first one is the most obvious one. So it's retail. So it's like you get your own e-commerce business, essentially your own online shop, and you can send customers to a website, which is in your name. They can order the products from the website, and then they can get the product shipped directly to them. So we don't have to faff around with, storing products ourselves or stocking everything up or shipping anything ourselves at all. All we do is we introduce people to the products, and we send them to a website, and from there they can place orders. And then what we can do is start to scale our business, so we can build a team. So in any traditional business, you'd be then, you've got recruitment costs, you've then got training costs, you've then got all the other things that come along with scaling the business, whether it's rent for an office space or the different tools that they'd need. This is all provided for you, obviously not the office space, but everything's provided for you by the company. And then you can grow a team and essentially earn money from what they are selling as well as what you're selling. And that eventually develops into clubs. So when each team member reaches a certain number of customers that are paying each and every month, and then they will become a club, and you also get paid from your wider network. So essentially your team's team and your team's team can all feed back money into your pocket. So 4 fantastic ways. But let's start with retail and the website that we mentioned. So you can develop as many customers as you want in as little time or as longer time as you need to. Whether you're developing 1 or 2 customers a month or 4 customers a month, you will see that your income starts to grow and grow and grow. And that's because we get paid on the lifetime value of the customer. So you introduce some products that you're already super excited about because you enjoy them yourself. They go to a website and they place an order. And if they love the products as well, they're going to stay on them. And every time they repurchase those products, you're going to get paid between 10 and 20%. So if you can find just as little as 2 customers a month, you can start to think about paying off that credit card or taking the family on holiday, or I don't know, what would you do with an extra £2,500 a year from just finding just 2 customers a month? Just have a little think about that. And then as you think about if that grows to 4 customers and grows to 6 and 8 and 10 and so on and so forth, and it just soon starts to scale quite quickly. And that is literally because however many customers you find in month 1, for example, let's say you start this month, well, at the start of month 2, all the customers from month 1 are obviously continuing and then continuing again and doubling up and doubling up. And essentially, if you're finding 2 customers a month over 4 months, by the end of the 4th month, you've got like 8 customers that are all paying every single 4 months for the products that they love. And just as an idea of how long you can get paid on those customers, well, the Healthy Starts for Families program provides free products to children for up to 4 years. So your customer could stay for 4 years. Or there's some people, even in this call tonight, who've had customers for the last 20 years that have been paying them a small amount of commission from an e-commerce website where the products get sent straight to the customer, and all you had to do was introduce them to products they're going to love. And then naturally what you'll want to do as you grow a customer base, you'll want to scale your business. So you may, in your job, be able to refer somebody to work with your company. And if you do, you might get a little bonus. It might be 50 quid, 75 quid. If you find a senior manager, you might get £1,000 one-time payment. Well, in our business, you can do exactly the same. You can start to grow a team. But they're going to not only give you a referral once, like your company, we're going to give you a referral absolutely every single time your customer and your team member and their customers order products. So you'll get a percentage of each team member who decides to join your team and their sales as well. And that is how you scale your business and start to grow a team. So if you find 3 team members or even 12 team members, you can earn between £800 a month extra and £2,500 a month extra. Thank you with the slides. Sorry, I know I'm going a bit. Cheers, James. But you get the point. As you're growing your team, your income is growing. And all you're really doing is continuing to do your job every day. They're doing their jobs every day. And the extra little bit that you decide to do on the side to bring in, whether it's an extra few £100 a month, like 2 customers a month, or whether it's you know, up to £800 a month if you're getting God knows how many customers that you're bringing in to be able to earn that. So essentially what happens is the 12 people in your team all bringing in 2 customers each a month, they're going to earn an extra £2,500 per month for you. And it doesn't stop there, because your business can just grow and grow. And that's the beauty of having a wider network. So let's say that you brought 3 team members in, and then they brought another 3 team members in, and so on and so forth. And very quickly you amass 360 people in your network. Well, just think about this now. You can earn an extra £1,000 a month just by us all enjoying the products. And a lot of people in the business actually do. Like, they just literally join the business to get their own products, which you get obviously 10% commission on your own sales as well. But if everyone's buying their own products, you get an extra £1,000. But if everyone decides to join your team and develops qualifying business, or, you know, enough points and enough sales in a month where they're getting £1,250 coming through their business, which, as you can imagine, isn't a massive amount, you could be earning an extra £13,500 a month, and that's from 360 people. Now, obviously, that's not guaranteed, and obviously, not everybody does that. But the fact is, it can happen, and over time, it will happen, right? This is a business that's been around for 50 plus years. And there are people who've been building teams, building networks, and building customers for, you know, as long as that, if not, you know, whether it's 4 years, 5 years, 2 years, 1 year like myself, or 30 years like other people in the business, you're going to amass a huge, huge network, and it's going to naturally grow because people try products, they enjoy products, they recommend it. It's like that movie you watched last night that you've recommended to 10 other people probably already if you really liked it, or that restaurant you tried, or that food you tried and you've told someone about it and told someone, it's exactly the same. But the difference is, every time you recommend these products, you could be earning money. And if you get a massive network, and you know, you can see there that 3,900 people would equal £11,000 a month if they're just getting their own products. It doesn't stop there, because they could join your business as well. That team could just grow and grow, and there are people in the company who have this amount of people in their network all working in their team, and they could be earning up to £146,000 a month. Now, that is, first of all, a number that can blow your mind. Second of all, it's a number that you could probably think, yeah, okay, that's absolutely insane, whatever. The point of the matter is, it's possible within this business. And this business, you know, we always say it's for anyone, but I truly believe it's for anyone who wants to be successful, anyone who wants a little bit extra out of life, or anyone who needs a little bit of extra money, or to feel better, or to look better in their life. That's what this business can do for you. It's going to help you grow something of your own. It's going to help you look after the bills in your part-time, and eventually it could become full-time, and you could end up earning absolutely crazy money for it. And that is the beauty of this business. The company supports us in everything that we do. We have promotions within the business and different levels within the company, and they give us bonuses for that. And I just want you to just have a little think now. Again, I know I'm asking you to think a lot, but just think, in my current company, with my current job, at any point, could I earn £120,000 in bonuses? I doubt it. If you can, please pass me the details of your employer. I will apply there as well, but I'm pretty sure that you can't. So about £120,000 in bonuses up for grabs. It starts with an £80 bonus, which I weren't in my first week. I think quite a few people, once you join the business, it's really quite easy to get that in, at least in the first month. And then you'll start to develop different bonuses all the way up to the top one, which is, I think, £38,000. I'll look for someone who's more senior in the company to confirm that, either in the chat or when Sara comes back on just after this. But let's be honest, all that is probably quite a lot of information. And you're probably wondering if you could do it, if you know how to do it, or where to start. Well, the first thing to do is to contact the person who invited you onto this call. But the second thing to think is, if somebody offers you an amazing opportunity and you're not quite sure how to do it, just say yeah and figure it out later. It's what everyone else did within the company. It's what Richard Branson did when trying to get himself and his team all the way to space. I bet he never thought he'd do that when he first started, but you know, we all learn as you go, and anything is possible with this business and in life itself. So I'll hand you back over. Thank you very much for listening.
Amazing, Carl. Absolutely loved it. Perfect business presentation. And if you are not ready to start your Juice Plus journey after listening to that, then you must be mad. So we are now going to hear from some people who are already in the business and see what they are making of it so far. And we're going to get started with our lovely Daniele.
Yes, good evening. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, perfect.
All right, fantastic. So I started with the business, we started with Juice Plus just over 7 years ago. And the way that we came across it is via the product, because we have a digestive health clinic in Harley Street in central London. And so we were looking for a product that helped us with some of the challenges that our patients have, like constipation, bloating, irritable bowel syndrome, these kind of things. And so at the time, the premium capsules were the perfect solution. Now we are recommending the omegas as well. So if anybody has any of these kind of challenges, you know, premium and omega are really, really good for you. So that's how we got started with these amazing products, you know, as was explained earlier on, you know, backed by science as well. And then I said, you know, why not? Why not look at the business side of things, considering that it was a very easy way to start a second business, a side hustle, call it whatever you want, with basically none of the hurdles that we had to do for the traditional business. You know, like lots of investment, buying equipment, renting premises, buying stock. We don't have any of that here. So I just thought, why not give it a go and try and you know, build a team like Carl described and see if they start referring more people, etc. You know, and you know, obviously things compound over time. And now 7 years on, I've got quite a sizable team in Italy, where I'm originally from, in Poland, here in the UK. So especially, you know, considering what happened over the last year and a half with the pandemic, a lot of traditional business like ours have been affected quite a lot. I'm really happy that 7 years ago we decided to make that decision and we started to expand the network, and I'm definitely going to continue, because we all need a plan B, or we all need a plan B that can become a plan A as well, because, you know, anything can happen. If before 2019 we could say anything can happen and we could say, yeah, whatever, now when we say anything can happen, it's got a whole different meaning to it. So anybody here that already has a business, that is freelance, that is thinking about, you know, why should I do this? I definitely strongly encourage to finding out more information and definitely giving it a go.
Thank you so much, Daniele. It's always lovely to hear from, you know, people of all different types, all different backgrounds. And I think it's so nice to hear from people who are, you know, already working full time or running a business. So you can see that this business works alongside all of our other commitments. And, you know, so many people, unfortunately, in the past year or so, who had that really secure job or really secure career, have obviously discovered in the past 12 months that it's actually not as secure as they would have liked to have thought. Especially my dad's worked for the same company for 13 years and he was made redundant throughout COVID. So, you know, it's just never as secure as you think. And I think having that backup plan or that online business alongside it is just a really great thing to do. So I've been with Juice Plus for 5 years now. I absolutely love everything about it. I'm a mum, as I said, I've got 2 children, and my oldest child has got autism and ADHD and Tourette syndrome. So he's got quite a high level of needs, which means that he needs me there most of the time. Can have quite challenging behaviours. So for me, there is honestly nothing that I could do other than Juice Plus. And I have genuinely thought about that for a lot of times, you know, what else would be this convenient? I get to choose my hours, I get to choose when I work, who I work with. I do a little bit in the morning, I do a little bit in the afternoon. The kids are in bed now, supposedly, you hear me keep running in and out, but they're settling down, and this is when I can come in here and I build my business, and I earn more now than what I did when I worked full time, rather than it just sort of being a job, because I was studying accountancy when I was pregnant and when I first had Harry. Rather than just being a job, it's actually a career, and you know, the recognition and the bonuses, it really is something that can change your life long term. So I started because I wanted something that could fit around the kids, so I could earn an extra couple of £100 a month, and you know, within the past year I shouldn't say that, but I overtook my partner's income. That sounds really bad. I overtook not only my old income, but his full-time income as well. And, you know, to be able to do that from working from home from my phone is just absolutely amazing. We went from a 1-income family to a 2-income family, and it's just opened up so many doors and so many avenues for us to, you know, start thinking about maybe holiday homes and things like that and our children's future, all for a business that I started online. I honestly could not recommend it enough. So I'll stop rambling. I'm going to hand over to James.
Yeah, well, look, I'll just be very quick. I've been involved for 33 years and I think the best is yet to come. So I'm super excited, and I'll hand you back to Sara.
That was super quick.
Yeah, but we've got our great friend Bill on, so I just
we've got a very special guest speaker this evening, Bill Springer, all the way from Florida, sunny Florida, who is a Club 100 in the business, and we're very excited to welcome you to the call. Hopefully, if you're on, Bill, you just need to unmute yourself at the bottom. Apologies, everyone. I think he is here. We might just be having a few technical issues. Bear with us. The joys of working on Zoom. Do we know if is he on, James?
Yeah, I can see he's on.
Oh, okay, no worries.
But I can see his camera's off and also his mic is off. So I'll see if I can.
Yeah, just give him a little minute.
Yeah.
I know what that's like. Maybe I've had to do that a few times when the kids have been screaming in the background, and here we see, I think he's back.
I think the camera's
Yay, there we go.
I'll tell you, I'm learning every day with these phones and computers.
Oh, don't worry.
Yeah, ask him to come a little bit more onto the camera.
Yeah, come in a little bit more to the camera, James.
Okay.
Said. The camera.
I can't get it on my computer, so I'm using my cell phone.
That's absolutely fine. No worries.
Will be smaller, probably.
No worries at all, Bill. Thank you very much for joining us. We really appreciate it. I've heard loads about you from James, so we're really excited to welcome you to the call. And if you just want to take it away and tell us about your sort of Juice Plus journey, that would be amazing.
Okay. First of all, I'd like to thank James for inviting me and the London group. I find it really nice that you did that. I would like to start going back in years. I guess I just heard 33 years. I think that's great. I've been with Juice Plus and NSA for since 1987. Wow. And most people weren't born then that I'm talking to. So anyway, I remember talking to a cab driver about the 1972 Miami Dolphins football team winning every game. And finally he interrupted and says, Bill, I wasn't born then. What are you talking about? So, okay, excuse me, let me just go from there. So when I joined them, they were called the National Safety Associates, what we know as NSA. And how I found out about it, my neighbors, you might have heard about these people, Bob and Sue Burdick, gave me a call and said, we got something we'd like you to look at, and we need your opinion. Well, that's going to get me going. I love to give my opinion, of course. So going from that, they had me on what we call a memory joggers list. And it's one of the first things I think is so important when we start somebody is I have them make out their list. Who do you think you like to work with? Who do you think needs the product? And so on and so forth. So it was great that they called me. And from there, it made a lot of sense when I heard, because back in that time in 87, we're talking about the water filters and air filters, we environmental products. And that was fun too. It was more of, I keep calling a man's game because we put in water filters, but today it's more like real estate. It's more young ladies who are in our business that really know how to get along and and create teams, which is unbelievable, the teams that are coming out of Juice Plus. So the reason I joined them, number one, it made sense. One of the first books I read to deal with health was Fit for Life. It was by Harvey Diamond and Marilyn Diamond. And it made a lot of sense that we should eat more fruits and vegetables. And that's when I started. And that probably was, it was before I joined NSA Juice Plus in 1987. This is around 1980. In 1980, I also started running. It was a sport that I could do very easily, I found out. And because everything else, baseball, football, and all of that was hanging up the cleats and the glove and say, okay, that's enough. And so running gave me the thought that I should be healthier, I should eat better, more fruits and vegetables. I mean, he was right on target, and we're talking about 1980. So because of that, when Sue Burdick and Bob told me about Juice Plus and NSA, it made a lot of sense to me. And the other reason, the big reason, is I needed a second income. I needed something that was going to provide me with a retirement, with more money, because I was in the field of audiology. I was testing hearing and fitting hearing aids. And it gave me a good income, but when I retired from that, I knew that my money would retire also. So this second income really made a big difference. So I was familiar with the type of company that we're in now, only because I did some searching. I searched every company from A to Z. I liked some of them, I didn't like some of them, but I wasn't very good at any of them. And then when Bob and Sue called me, I said, oh, okay, let me try it again. And thank goodness for that. It worked out. It was something that I could do, something that made a lot of sense. And I had a lot of fun with it. And I'm going to talk past tense sometimes, only because I don't work as hard as I used to. I can only tell you from my experiences where I have come today. So anyway, let me just look at a few of my little notes here. The concept of fruits and vegetables and capsules did make sense for a while. At first it didn't. I got a call from San Diego, and Tony DeMeo says, hey, I think we got something good with our company. And I says, what is it? He says, well, it's fruits and vegetables and capsules. And I said, Tony, I've already been dealing with all these vitamin companies. I really don't think I want to, do that. Excuse me. So he says, no, it's entirely different. They're taking fruits and vegetables and they're putting them in capsules. Can you hear me as I'm talking?
Yep.
Can you hear me all right? Okay, I'm just checking. So I said, well, all right. Hey, I'm in the business, so let's give it a try. So he gave me the information, and the information seemed to be good. And I says, okay, well, let's go with it then. So basically, I love this company only because it really gave me a chance to choose and pick the way that I wanted to live. And I'm not a Bill Gates or a Branson or any of those guys. I enjoy hearing about them. I think they're fantastic, and thank God for them. We have a great life out here. But I'm more of kind of laid back somewhat, and I want to live a long time, and so on and so forth. So this gave me a chance to work with the finest and most caring people, not only at headquarters, but in the field. What great memories we have created through the years. And also, of course, the big thing is working on ourselves. It gave me a chance books, excuse me, one of my favorite today is Compound Effect. I don't know if you heard about it, but Darren Hardy wrote the book. And let me tell you, it's something I've read a lot of those self-help books, but this is the one, if you put it all together, this would be the one that would help you the most, I feel. And it really makes a big difference. And every morning I get my shot of adrenaline along with my breakfast by listening to him. He starts at 3:00 in the morning. You don't have to start that time, but that's when he will put it on tape. And then you will get his message, which 3 to 7 minutes at the most, but it's so related to what we are doing, so related to what you would like to be doing. And we're learning from this guy. He's only 50 years old, but multi-millionaire, but he enjoys helping other people. And I'm trying not to promote him too much because you think that he's a relative or something, but no, he is excellent. The other book he wrote was Entrepreneurial Roller Coaster, which I still like the Compound Effect the most. In fact, I take this book everywhere I go. If I go to a restaurant, if I go to a meeting, if I go to church, and people say, and because you're always going to get a question. You ever notice you have a book and the person will say, what are you reading? Oh, well, I'm reading this. And then you can start a conversation and it leads right into our product. So let me just say that he is the gentleman I would probably recommend. My vision, let's see, 5, I remember James telling me he's going to ask the 5 top tips for success.
Yes, please, Bill, if you don't mind. I've already written down the Compound Effect because I'm always looking for a new book, good book to read. So I'll definitely get that. But if you could give us your 5 top tips for success with Juice Plus, it'd be amazing.
And watch my timing too. I don't want to go too long. How much time do I have?
You're all right. Don't worry. We've got a few minutes left.
Okay, just remind me. You won't hurt my feelings. Okay, the top tips for success. Number 1, I already said it, memory jogger. And sometimes people say, well, who do I put on there? Well, who do you know? Oh my God, we all know 100 people or better. And the best thing I liked, I was able to list my family. Why would I tell my family about it? Why wouldn't I want my family to be healthy? Right now, my 4 children, who created 9 grandchildren, are all on Juice Plus, and they're very, very happy. They love it, and the little ones can't wait. They look up in the medicine cabinet and say, "I want my Juice Plus." Okay. Second would be 3-way calling. My experience, if I can't answer the question, then I have Bob and Sue Burdick. I have Jeff Roberti. I have a number of people in our line that can give their advice or just help them along. We like to use the word sharing because we all do share our knowledge and what we've been through. The third would be attend events. Either it's live or virtual or Zoom, but don't just attend events yourself. Attend it with a guest and learn how to invite. I think that's the biggest thing in this event attendance is learn how to invite people. And number 4, know your product and business well, which includes your short stories on the product and your short story on your business. And probably no more than 30 seconds per. But take it with you. Take it with like you would with your wallet. You always have your story with you no matter where you go. And people love to hear stories. When you listen to someone talk, which one do you like the best? The one who's giving facts and figures or the one that has a nice story? And the one that has the story, you're going to remember and you're going to listen to. I like to think of it as like a good attorney or a well-informed professor. He knows his subject well. The better you know this business and product, the better you're going to be. And the better you're going to get the referral, say, oh, I know somebody that knows a lot about this Juice Plus. I want you to give them a call. So really get to know what we have. I mean, it was a great presentation today. I think it was Howard that talked about the product and Carl talking about the numbers. Bob and Sue Burdick, my neighbors, have made over about $30 million. He probably made $30,000 a month, a year when he was working as a carpenter. The reason, his reason, and it's a big one, is what Carl was talking about, are the numbers.
Oh, I'm not sure, is that my connection, or have we lost Bill? I'm not too sure.
He'll come back. He'll come
Yeah,
back.
no worries.
He did last time, so
Yeah, no problem. We'll give him a minute.
Sit down and show some of them. You want to?
No, sorry, Bill. It's just we keep losing you. It's been the connection's been fine, but it's just
Commissions
getting...
and bonuses.
Okay.
And I think the bonuses are really outstanding. It's going to get that person really going, and they're going to receive their checks right off, and they're going to be very happy that they talk to you. So that is important. Let them know we are working together. All right. This is something that's different. When I started, when I started, we could kind of work alone. I mean, sometimes I would go to someone's house and give them a hearing test that couldn't make it to the clinic. So I would look in their kitchen and I would see they didn't have a water filter. Shame, shame, shame. So I would say, would you do me a favor and would you try something for 7 days and give me, again, your opinion? And that seemed to work out pretty well in that business. But what happens, some of the products that we have handled, they have a bell curve and they reach the top of the bell curve, and usually other people will be into it, and then we look for another. I am convinced that Juice Plus is here for many, many generations. It's not going to leave. It's not, fruits, vegetables are always going to be around, and berries for a long time. I don't think you'll ever read an article that says fruits and vegetables and berries are not good for you. They'll always be good for you. So with that type of product, with that type of business, no one really can go wrong. We have a tried and proven system that really works. And if that person goes along with that system and listens to us that have been through it already, then they're going to make it. If they don't, shame, 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 because it's a great, great thing for, I feel, for everybody. And the reason I can say that, it really gave me the kind of life that I was looking for. I had a lot of freedom. I, for years, live in New Hampshire, which is up in the mountains. And in the winter, I hate snow. In the winter, I go to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and I just live the way I love and still do this business. You might see me on the beach sometimes with my phone doing my business, because this is the way I like it. It's not for everybody, but it certainly has worked for me. And because of this company, that's why it has worked so well. Now, how am I doing? All right.
Yeah, I think we do need to wrap it up soon because there's another call on. But Bill, what would you say? Because sorry, I hate to interrupt people. I feel so rude.
I thought I was going to be asked questions. That's why I'm hesitating.
No, honestly, absolutely perfect. And I've been writing and scribbling away about the freeway calls, the events, knowing your stories. I'm going to order the Compound Effect book as soon as I get off, because I've been looking for a new good book. And obviously, you've had incredible success with Juice Plus. You've lived the life of your dreams. I love that you get to chase the weather around as well. Definitely an ultimate goal of mine. So what would you say is your vision for the future with Juice Plus?
Well, the future, as I said, is around for many, many generations. With a company like this, I don't know if you all ever had a chance to go to the headquarters in Memphis, Tennessee, but when you are introduced to the people who are behind us, and I mean they're really behind us, you will see that we have selected the right vocation if we want to enjoy life. And I mean life. I don't mean working 8 hours a day inside of and I don't want to talk too much on that because some people do that and they like it. But I like the freedom. I like the idea of moving around and the future of this company, because of the product and because of the type of people we have that is behind us, it's going to go forever. Excuse me. I presently work with my daughter, and she loves it. And I'm trying to get her up to national marketing director, which she will. And she, of course, at her age group now in their 40s, she is now bringing a lot more people on our team. And we'll just keep building that way, because I keep reminding her, Ingrid, I'm part-time. You are my boss now. So she's doing a great job. So I feel that we're going to be around, let's see what I put down here. Always be proud of the studies. Okay. The other reason, and the big reason, and take this with you too, we were smart enough to get the studies and research at major universities. And this led to articles written about Juice Plus in medical peer-reviewed journals. No other company that I know of in this type of business has ever done that. And the timing couldn't have been better. Someone just said the other day, oh, Bill, there's somebody on TV, some product just like ours. I thought, okay, well, number one, good luck with them. It helps us to tell other people about the importance of eating fruits and vegetables. And number two, they'll never catch us. That's okay. So anyway, this type of business, the freedom, the company, the product, where can we go wrong? So in closing, I just want to wish everybody success. The longer you're with this company, the more you're going to realize that you made the right choice. So work hard and have fun. Thank you.
Bill, amazing. I'll give you a round of applause. That was absolutely amazing. I love hearing from people, especially people who've been in the business for such a long, long time. I love it when James brings them on, because I feel like we always get so many golden nuggets and real top tips from over the years. So we cannot thank you enough. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us this evening. Thanks to all of our amazing speakers, and thank you to James for arranging another incredible call. If you've got any questions, please go back to whoever it was who invited you on, and we shall see you all back here next week on Thursday. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Bill, so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.